Hi, this is Rania and Alma for me, and I wanted to come in and start my videos again. And I haven't been making videos for about 9 years or so, but I believe it was because I got depressed. And I would like to tell you why. Yes, oh, I'm sorry. Maybe you haven't remember my old videos. I have multiple sclerosis since 2004, and I was making videos and I had a lot of medications that weren't working. And then I heard about CCSBI, which is short for cerebral chronic cerebrospinal venous insufficiency. And I did have in my jugular veins, they were blocked. They were not flowing at 100% like it should be for a normal person. And so I went to Costa Rica in 2010, which is when I started my videos showing that the procedure to make the flow of my veins work, it should have been at 100%, which is after having the procedure done, it did work really good. And I came back to Cincinnati and I was so excited about the results for 2 months. And then one day I just went to sleep and I was sick and I had a fever and I used to walk with a cane. And the next day I woke up and I couldn't walk just with a cane, and I needed to start using a walker. And since then, I stopped making videos. And I know I should have not, but at the same time, I got really depressed because I felt like I went from using a cane to walk to use a walker. And it really messed with my head. Not only me, but with my husband at the time and my two younger kids. Now they're older, they are 10 and 12. But at the time, they were 8 months old and two and a half. So things have changed. Well, that's the reason why I believe so. It's like I really believe it's because I got depressed. It was a really sad moment for me. I didn't want to make any videos or anything. Uh, when I started to get used to walk with a walker, it was really hard for me to go. So being able to go to bed using a cane and then in the walker. It was really, I'm sorry, guys. It was really hard for me. And that not just affected me, it affected my social life and the people in my life, which at the time I was married. And like you guys know, I talked about my two kids. So it damaged, it was starting to damage the relationship with my husband. And in the year 2015, I believe that's when my husband and I separated, and we worked towards getting a divorce, which it took about 2 years to get finalized. I It was in October of 2016, I believe, that it was finalized, my divorce. And it was really hard on my two kids. And I also had a hard time for 5 to 6 months. And that's that's the one of the things really bad about depression, which happens a lot to people with MS, multiple sclerosis. So on that time, that at that time I wasn't thinking, my social life was really completely different. I didn't want to go out or socialize with anyone. Getting out with my friends, I didn't do that. Anyway, that's depression. So that's the reason I stopped making videos, because I the depression made me, I wasn't myself for a long time. And I think after, oh gosh, wow, I need to pause this. Once I, of course, that by the time I separated from my husband, I was living at my parents' house, which is where I am living right now, uh, with my two kids. And at that time, since 2015, at the end of 2015, um, I uh, I needed help with the groceries and stuff. And one of my sisters helped me by bringing the groceries into the house. And that's when Amazon Prime, the Amazon Now, started delivering groceries, which I got really excited about, because I didn't want to stress my sister, bothering her since she had two kids at that time. So I got really excited about Amazon Now. And also because of I felt really bad for my sister. I knew I had to do something about driving, because I used to drive the car uh, when I before I had the procedure done, but ever since I started using the walker, my legs, it was really hard to use my legs, especially my feet, to press the pedals for gas or brake. So I knew I needed to find a way to get a car with hand controls, and I was so excited. And I love it, having the hand controls. So it took me, that was on 2016 when I decided to get I had to make my car I'm sorry, in order for me to have the hand controls permanently in my car, I had to go to a special place. And to do that, they said that I had to do a driver license for hand controls and do the exam again, the written one and the driving one. I'm sorry, the written one, I passed, and then um, I had to physically do the hand control with a person that's, that does that type of exams. I mean the test. Um, I'm sorry. I am bumbling here because it's been a while. Anyway, after passing the test, I went to get my driver license, especially because it's a different, it looks the same, but it will tell you that I drive a hand control car. And I am so excited about it. On February of 2017, is at the beginning of February, that's where I had the hand controls put on my car. I remember this, it was December of 2016 that I got the acceptance of having my hand control car. And that's an exact exciting, so exciting because I love my car. I I love driving the car, and it's such a difference being able to drive when I feel okay to drive, because it's not all the time. I need to feel okay physically to drive. So it is a big difference because I've always been an independent woman, and I love being independent. Who wouldn't? So it was a great thing and I love it. Um, since I tried a lot of medications for MS, and none of them were working, none of them. So I decided to become vegan because one of my friends, she is a vegan, and she also has multiple sclerosis, and she sees a big difference on her MS. But I think she has a different type of MS than me. She has relapsing remitting, and I believe I went from relapsing remitting to secondary progressive MS. But she's doing great. It doesn't seem like she has MS, and she has told me that nutrition is really important, not only for people like us with MS, but for anybody. So that's what I decided to become a vegan. Uh, and I remember that day. It was August 18th of 2017. So this August, it will be 2 years for me being a vegan. And I mean, it was hard to stop eating meat and chicken and having milk, which I love, but that's a completely different thing. It was hard, but now I'm so used to it. Like it, and found many restaurants that are really tasty. It's really good. And it's for very healthy eating. But since I started being a vegan, my well, not since I started, since then, my youngest kid, I, come here, let me show you. My youngest kid is right
Hi.
here.
Hi. I decided being to be a vegetarian.
Yeah, vegetarian, not vegan.
Uh-huh. Because I can't live
Good.
without milk and cheese. Yep. Because my favorite food is mac and cheese.
Yeah. Yes, you cannot live without your mac and cheese. Anyway, so far it's been good because I don't think I will ever have any type of medication. I don't know. I believe I tried all of them. It's really hard, from injections to pills. No, I really don't think. I think being a vegan and eating healthy, uh, it will take a while for my body to adjust. And yes, that's it. And thank you for looking at my video. It was hard to do, but
I helped her.
yeah, thank you, Ty. Thank you, guys.
Goodbye.
Bye.